There's a lot of discourse out there on how to power scale the Dragon Ball story. Recently, I even made a video discussing how power scaling is a lot more vague than many people would lead you to believe. In this video, I want to put that principle in action. To do that, we're going to look at Goku throughout the Dragon Ball story and highball every single feat or power boost, while also lowballing everything. So by the end of this video, we can compare the strongest possible interpretation of Goku versus the weakest possible interpretation. Now, as many of you know, I'm a pretty big power level enthusiast. That being said, if we use power levels here, we would basically have to start from the Android saga, since Goku's Namek saga power level of 150 million is pretty much universally agreed upon. Because of that, I would have to skip a large portion of the story for the sake of accuracy. Now, I don't really want to do that, so instead of using power levels, I'm thinking we just have Kid Goku's strength at the start of the series represent 1 unit of power, and we'll go on from there. So starting out, both highball and lowball Goku start out at 1. Goku's first power boost would come from his training under Master Roshi. In said training, Goku goes from struggling to move with a 20 kg turtle shell to moving freely with a 40 kg shell. For lowball Goku, let's say he was just getting used to the 20 kilograms and could already carry it somewhat easily. So Goku's power would double to 2 units after adapting to the heavier shell. Now, with highball Goku, let's assume he could barely lift the 20 kilogram shell, so he needed to double his power to train in it. Then, we'll double it again for the 40 kilogram shell, putting highball Goku at 4. After that, there's 1 more month of training. So let's say lowball Goku gained 1 more point to reach 3, and say highball Goku doubled his power again to reach 8. That takes us into the Budokai Tenkaichi. You might think there's no power boosts here, but there's actually a contentious topic to cover here. During Goku's fight with Giran, Goku regrows his tail. After regrowing it, Goku breaks out of Giran's Guru Gum. This scene is somewhat contentious. I think you could argue Goku's tail just saved him from the current attack and gave him the opportunity to break free, but you could also argue Goku's tail actively made him stronger. I personally don't think he got stronger, so lowball Goku would stay at 3. But if we're highballing everything, let's say he got 25% stronger to reach 10. At the end of the tournament, Goku narrowly loses to Roshi. Here, lowball Goku obviously stays at 3. Now, ordinarily, I would say there's no way Goku got a Zenkai boost here, since he's really not that close to death. In addition to the fact that Zenkai didn't exist yet at this point in the story. But we're highballing today. There's this theory about Zenkai, that they scale to whoever the Saiyan was fighting. Vegeta says a line that basically supports this theory, and it's pretty consistent with the boosts that we see. So I'll be using that. But if there isn't a stronger opponent around, I'll default to a 20% boost. Since Goku and Roshi were around equal, we'll give highball Goku a 20% to reach 12. Then in the next arc, Goku nearly dies in the cold, so highball dictates we give him another boost to like 14. Then, at the top of Muscle Tower, Goku gets a shotgun to the back of his head and looks injured, so we boost highball Goku again to 16. After that, the next power boost isn't until we get to Karin Tower, where Tao knocks Goku unconscious, but he survives due to the Dragon Ball. Goku isn't really that injured here, so lowball isn't getting a Zenkai, but highball is getting a boost up to 20. Then we go to see Goku complete Karin's training. After climbing up and down the tower twice, Karin says Goku got roughly 8 times faster. Then they train for another day and a half after that. For lowball Goku, we're going to downplay that speed feat, and say it's a combination of better climbing technique, speed, and stamina, and say he only needed to get like 3 times stronger here to reach 9. While for highball Goku, we're going to take the first feat at face value, then an extra boost for the next 2 days as well, for a 12 times boost to reach 240. Skipping past the Fortune Teller Baba arc, we jump forward 3 years. The thing about the 22nd Budokai is the only frame of reference for this arc is retroactively looking at it with power levels. But even with Roshi's power level reading of 139, we don't know how much stronger he got before this tournament, as we know he was training for it, so we can't really use that. The only strand I can find to hold on to here is how Ten Shinhan was shocked that Goku beat Tao. With that in mind, I doubt Tien himself was overwhelmingly stronger than Tao. In Dragon Ball Z, we see characters with even a 10% power lead dominate the fight. So if we say pre-time skip Goku was only 10% above Tao, then we can say that he's something like 50% stronger post-time skip. So lowball Goku would reach something like 14. Alternatively, with Highball Goku, I still think the same logic applies, but we'll stretch the boost to 2 times, letting him reach 480. At the end of this tournament, Goku is exhausted but barely damaged, so I won't even give Highball a Zenkai here. However, right after this match, an exhausted Goku gets knocked out by Tambourine. Now even after that, he still doesn't seem that injured when he wakes up, so no boost for Lowball, but we of course gotta give Highball another 20% boost here, for 576. Finally, during Goku's fight against King Piccolo, this is the first time I'd say Goku's actually beat to near death. Because of that, we can finally give Lowball Goku a Zenkai. Piccolo dominates pretty bad, but since someone can dominate even with a small power advantage, we'll put Piccolo 20% above Goku, for a 20% boost to 17. Now, for Highball Goku, let's say Piccolo is like double Goku in power. Because of that, post Zenkai Goku here would scale to Piccolo and reach 1152. Goku then goes to Karin Tower to recover, where he drinks the Ultra Divine Water. This also doesn't have a clear boost, so we'll say Lowball Goku got 2 times stronger here for a boost of 34. Now for Highball Goku, it's somewhat implied that the water has awakened the power of the Ozaru form in Goku's base. Due to what we learn later, that would come with a 10 times boost, bringing Highball Goku to 11,500. Don't ask me how Piccolo was able to keep up with him. His youth being restored plus the technique where he sacrifices lifespan must have been a really big boost. After an intense struggle, Goku probably gets another Zenkai. Then, we go into another time skip. While fighting Mr. Popo, Popo says Goku has impressive power but poor technique. So let's say Popo is only like 20% stronger than Goku in terms of raw power. Popo then says Kami is 1,000 times stronger than him. Okay guys, look. I know we're highballing here, but Popo is obviously exaggerating. There's no way everyone gets over 1,000 times stronger during this time skip, even if we're highballing. So for Lowball Goku, let's say Kami is like double Popo in power. So if Goku ends up getting a bit stronger than Kami, we can boost his post-time skip level to something like 110. Now for Highball, let's say 20% for his Zenkai, then say Popo is 20% stronger than that. Then Goku surpasses the Kami, who let's say is 5 times above that. So he would reach like 90,000. Then after his fight with Piccolo Jr. gets another 20% Zenkai, for a Lowball of 133 and a Highball of 108,000, ending off the first half of the story. Damn, Highball is already almost 1,000 times stronger than Lowball, and it's only gonna get worse from here. Going into Z, we get another time skip. In this one, our guys weren't training for anything specifically, but Goku and Piccolo are still training us to not fall behind each other. So let's give Lowball a 20% boost to 160, and say Highball doubled his power to 216,000. This is where things get less subjective and more precise, with exact power level measurements. Due to that, Lowball and Highball will basically receive the same boosts all the way through the Saiyan and Namek sagas. Due to that, I'm just going to calculate how much stronger Goku got during these arcs and apply it to our current numbers. Goku started Z at a power level of 416 and ended at 3 million. That means Goku got 7,211 times stronger over the first 2 arcs of Z. That would put our Lowball Goku at 1.1 million start of series Kid Gokus, and our Highball Goku at 1.5 billion start of series Kid Gokus. Of course, this is only in base form, but we'll talk about transformations later. Frieza somehow survived, and says he's stronger in his robotic form, but I can't imagine the difference is too massive. He goes on to get low-diffed by future Trunks, and Goku is portrayed at around equal to that Trunks. For Lowball Goku, if we say Trunks was at least 50% stronger than Frieza, then that would put Lowball Goku at 1.7 million. Meanwhile, let's just assume Highball Trunks is 10 times stronger than Mecha Frieza. Then, let's just assume Goku is slightly stronger than Trunks. So he would reach 18.6 billion, leading us into another time skip. Now in this time skip, I've always thought Goku didn't seem to get a massive boost due to not having a sparring partner on his level to train with, while Piccolo got astronomically stronger, nearly catching up to Goku's Super Saiyan level. Due to this, I'd say Lowball Goku only got like 20% stronger, to reach around 2 million. Meanwhile, some people think the humans actually surpassed Frieza during this time skip, which would be a truly massive boost. Well, Goku has always seemed to be more talented than Yamcha or Krillin, so if Krillin went from something like 24,000 to over 120 million, that would mean Krillin got like 5,000 times stronger. So surely, if Krillin can get that strong, Goku could at least equal Krillin's base form level, right? Well, Goku was 125 times stronger than Krillin on Namek. Krillin's level in our units would be 149.5 million. If he got 5,000 times stronger, then he'd reach 747.6 billion. And assuming Goku reached a similar level, that means Highball Goku got around 40 times stronger during this time skip. Moving on, we get to the infamous time chamber training. Let's do some quick scaling. Vegeta was around 10% stronger than Goku, and Vegeta was probably like 50% weaker than 18. 18 is around 20% weaker than 17, who is equal to post-fusion Piccolo. That Piccolo gets bodied by Imperfect Cell, so let's say he's 2 times stronger. 16 was equal to that cell, but got one-shot by Semi-Perfect Cell. Let's put him at an additional 2 times boost. Semi-Perfect Cell later powers up, so let's say he was only using 50% before, meaning another 2 times, and that cell gets bodied by Vegeta. Vegeta is using grade 2 though. Since we're lowballing, if we say grade 2 is 50% stronger than regular Super Saiyan, then this Vegeta is probably around Semi-Perfect Cell's level in regular Super Saiyan. That Vegeta is shocked by half of Goku's power, so Goku is probably 4 times stronger than Vegeta when going all out, putting lowball Goku at 131.5 million, meaning lowball Goku got 63 times stronger during his training. Now for highball Goku. Let's put Vegeta around 20% above Goku, then 18 at 5 times above Vegeta, and 17 20% above that. Then Imperfect Cell can be 5 times above him, and say he got 10 times stronger as Semi-Perfect Cell. If Vegeta is around that same level before going into grade 2, then Goku is 4 times above that, for a grand total of 1 quadrillion, meaning Highball Goku got 1,440 times stronger from his training in the time chamber. And with that, we can head into the Buu saga. In said saga, when Goku eventually powers up, Vegeta says Goku has surpassed Teen Gohan. Due to the way he says it, I get the impression Goku is only slightly above Gohan. Well, how strong was Teen Gohan compared to Goku before? Well, he was certainly stronger than Goku, but not by a massive amount. Goku fought on par with Cell, while that same Cell fought Gohan without powering up, and seemed to still be stronger. So, we could say base to base, Gohan was only like 20% stronger than Goku, so if we say Goku surpassed that Gohan, we could give him a 50% boost to 197.3 million. Now, back to highballing. Let's just say Gohan was actually 50% stronger than Goku instead. That would mean Goku would have to get 2 times stronger to give him a noticeable lead above Gohan, so he sits at 2.1 quadrillion. And with that, Goku stays at that same level for the remainder of the series. Well, we might be done with his base level, but what about his transformations? Well, due to comparisons to Kaioken and Frieza saying he was only using half of his power against Goku, we can confidently say Super Saiyan is a 50 times multiplier. But 2 is a bit different. I've said this in the past, but due to the fact Gohan went from losing to Cell to dominating even after Cell powered up enough to shock Goku, I'd actually put Highball Super Saiyan 2 all the way up to like a times 10. Alternatively, if we lowball it, times 2 still seems a bit too low, so we can generally assume Super Saiyan 2 was a 2 times base, while Gohan was also getting an additional 2 times rage boost for a 4 times. But that's Gohan. For Goku, we would lowball it to a times 2. After that, similarly to Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 is actually a pretty vague boost. All we know is Buu was way stronger than Gohan and Vegeta. So, for Goku to catch up to Buu, Super Saiyan 3 must be a pretty large boost. I generally think times 4 is as low of a boost as you can give it. But back on the highball side, because it's vague, let's go with a times 10 instead. So that would make full power Super Saiyan 3 lowball Goku 400 times stronger at 78.9 billion, and highball Super Saiyan 3 Goku would boost himself all the way up to 5,000 times stronger for 10.7 quintillion, making highball Goku 136,363,690 times stronger than lowball Goku. Next we move into GT, but before we do, there's a rather large issue we need to address first. So far in this video, I have only ever scaled characters in terms of how they compare to the other characters around them, but there's one issue with this approach. Dragon Ball GT takes place in the anime continuity. Not only that, but it also references the anime movies. Due to this, we have to apply anime scaling to GT instead of manga scaling. You might say, so? It can't be that different. Well, let me just tell you, you have no idea. In the manga, Cell said he was strong enough to blow away a solar system. Well, in Movie 12, Fusion Reborn, Goku powering up into Super Saiyan 3 is enough to shake the entire universe. This is of course a contradiction with the manga, but like I said, GT follows the anime, not the manga, so we're going to have to convert our numbers from manga to anime stats before we can go into GT. Our Gokus are around 5 times stronger than the Solar System Buster Cell, but since anime Goku can shake the universe, and a universe is like 25 billion times bigger than a solar system, we need to give our Gokus a 5 billion times multiplier before going into GT. That makes Lowball Goku 986 quadrillion and puts Highball at 10.7 septillion. And with that, our numbers are a bit out of control, so in order to keep the numbers down to understandable levels, let's change our benchmark. While before it was start of series Kid Goku, our new benchmark will be base Buu Saga Lowball Goku, meaning Lowball Goku starts back at 1, while Highball Goku is 10,909,095 times stronger than Lowball Goku. Now that that's settled, we can take off into the Grand Tour. Starting out, Goku gets an insane base form boost between the Buu Saga and the start of GT. We see base Goku fight on par with General Rildo, who Goku says is on Kid Buu's level. If Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form was roughly around Kid Buu's level, then we can immediately boost Lowball Goku up to 400, while Highball Goku gets 5,000 times stronger for 54.5 billion. Then we have to skip all the way to GT Goku regrowing his tail. Now, even though we gave Kid Goku a tail boost earlier, we're not going to here, because Baby explicitly says Goku didn't get any stronger. And that brings us back to forms. So how strong is the Golden Ozaru? Well, Baby was previously stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form, and that's before he further corrupted Vegeta's body. Now in my lowball version, I'll say Baby's additional forms didn't actually give him more power, and it's just him further corrupting Vegeta's body. With that, we can say Baby is something like 2 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. After that, we see Goku's Golden Ozaru form easily knock out Baby. If Golden Ozaru is just Super Saiyan stacked with Ozaru, it would probably be 500 times. That's not enough for the Ozaru to casually overpower Baby, so we actually need to stack 10 times on top of Super Saiyan 3, making Golden Ozaru 4,000 times base, even in the lowball version. That puts Lowball Goku at 1.6 million. Now for Highball, Baby still beats Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so Baby is 2 times Goku's level. Then we're going to assume Baby's transformations are each an additional 10 times, making Baby 200 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Due to that, Golden Ozaru needs a massive boost to surpass Baby, like 400 times on top of Super Saiyan 3, making Golden Ozaru a 2 million times multiplier. That puts Highball Goku at 136.3 quadrillion. After that, Goku learns to control said Ozaru power and mops the floor with Baby. To counter that, Bulma helps Baby by transforming him into Golden Ozaru as well. Due to this, Baby gains the same Golden Ozaru multiplier, getting 4,000 times stronger. Goku's Golden Ozaru was only 5 times stronger than Baby, so for Super Saiyan 4 to still keep up with Baby, even after Baby got 4,000 times stronger, that means Goku had to get another 800 times stronger in Super Saiyan 4, meaning Lowball Super Saiyan 4 is a 3.2 million times multiplier, making Lowball Goku 1.2 billion times stronger than he was in the Buu Saga. Now for Highball. This time, Baby gets the Highball Golden Ozaru multiplier of 2 million, making Baby 1 million times stronger than Goku, meaning Super Saiyan 4 needs to be a million times stronger than the Golden Ape to equal Baby, making Highball Super Saiyan 4 a 2 trillion times base multiplier, meaning Highball Goku reaches 136.3 sextillion. Alright, that's it. That makes Highball Goku at the end of GT 106,534,130,859,375 times stronger than Lowball Goku. That's how much of a difference you can make when you highball versus lowballing. Now if enough of you guys like this video, I'll release a part 2 about Super, because Super is really long and it would take forever to do in this video. On that note, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.